In the water now, taking on Rio Waida. Speaking of yellow, John just took the yellow jersey as he is now #1 in the world on the live rankings, and Rio Waida stepping up in a big way, getting some of the best waves he's ever had here at Teahupo'o.
Quite at the same time, you could see clearly that John had the inside right there, so he got priority for that. And this one here for Rio just kind of lost a little bit of engagement with the fins in the water right there as the whitewash went through. And
Rio's a hard-working athlete, but before we get to Rio's last, this is John Florence getting started, slowing things down on demand. And it's just an art form, the way he can slow down inside the pit, Brisa.
His nose was going up a little bit and lost control, and John here just effortless, perfect execution. Kind of a short wave, smaller, like on the smaller side for today, so it's going to keep the score short, but I mean, great start, and he's going to get priority.
Been seeing, as we see. Oh my gosh.
Wow. Checking out the bracket. John's trying to put his name right into it. Coming out of another pit.
We're probably going to see the replay right here. Look, it's like a bigger wave, hollower. He stalls, control the speed in the beginning. That west ball comes, and he just, you know already he's going to make it. That was a beautiful ride from him.
Brisa, what'd you see here?
Wow. I mean, just the way that his body is just leaning into the wave, his connection, that butt drag right from the start. You can really see his fins engage, and then he just slows down, and it just sets up perfectly. And gosh, that was just poetry in motion.
Total style and the willingness to take off really late straight into a slide. I don't know if anyone does that better than John Florence. Another view from here, Jesse.
Yeah, look how below sea level that wave is. It disappeared from a good portion right there on the bottom turn. And look at the positioning, just flawless, perfect. It's almost even hard to break it down right here because you can't even see the guy. He's that deep, and he's going to come out now, no hands. Perfect feet position, back foot just in front of the...
But it's Rio's turn, digging deep. Let's go the rail. One big drive. He is behind the foam ball. An impossible section there for Waida, even though Rio hasn't been here for a very long time, but enjoying another matchup. This being their 4th already in one-on-one heats on the biggest stage. Paddling for this one, John Florence pulls straight down the line, pointing towards the exit. This thing letting him go. And he will just breeze to the exit. These are the days that bring John to life.
I think the biggest thing is John is really picking the eyes out of which one he's looking for. You can see that Rio's ones are kind of a little more almondy, and that just hits the reef. He's just identifying the right ones. And yeah, this was a little bit of a smaller wave, but super long.
And every approach has been slightly different, just according to what he needs to do to get the big score, Jesse.
Yeah, but all of them had a lot of scoring potential, like Brisa mentioned. And let's just have a look right here. I guess we won't be able to see it, but all the pumps he had inside that barrel were with no hands. So that just shows how much control he is and how comfortable he is in the barrel. That was so impressive from him. This is going to be a mess.
As he's looking destined for a semifinal, but Rio's up. It's his turn with priority. And he's putting his head down. The Indonesian grabs the rail. Looks like he's got control on this one. A lot more speed out in front. And he gets clipped on the exit. After 2 big wipeouts deep on the foam ball, he positioned himself much better to make it out.
And to kind of make sure to, you know, when you exit, your board tends to really kind of come up high, and I think that's what kind of happened, and then he kind of skipped a rail. Everything was executed perfectly until that moment. It's just like you're at the finish line, and
Bring you live surfing, especially here on this reef pass in Tahiti, catching up with Rio Waida. This happened during the break. Point and shoot, and his cleanest, best make that he's had so far against John, Jesse. Now hitting the 5-minute mark. Paddling for this one is Rio. Trying to break a combination. He'll slide right in. He looks like he's got total control. It's crazy how this has just become normal, getting barrels like that. We've seen so many of them in the last 2 days. Watching this exchange again, Jesse.
Yeah, that was beautiful from Rio. But just, I mean, it's not even the wave selection. The situation that he's on the heat right there is making him having to try and...
You'd just be screaming your head off. But how about this? A little bit deeper, a little bit taller wave, and a big barrel for The man from the North Shore of Oahu, John Florence.
Break through that combination without priority, which is tough because John has been like just on the better waves on this heat so far, and that's basically the difference between the two surfers, because technique-wise, you see Rio looks flawless as well. Beautiful technique and just surfing as good as he can.
Impressed with John just being on the right waves at the right time, like you mentioned before, Brisa, but his willingness to take off so late. Talk about that approach on a wave like this.
Oh gosh, I can't even imagine the edge. It's like you're on the edge of glory. It's like heaven and death.
Eddie Aikau event at Waimea Bay when it was closing out the entire bay, as we watch Rio grab his rail. Not ultra deep, but doing a great job to make all of his last 3 barrels in a row. 6.67, building to a 7.3. So still some great numbers, even though he's still comboed.
He's an amazing person, as you can see, sportsmanship also. And, you know, I feel like this is his year. Like, his energy just feels different. It feels like this new light of spark has really come in, I don't know, within every part of his being, and that's exciting and scary for his competitors.
John out there just casually picking off 9 after 9 after 9. Give me your rating on the day so far.
It's been a pretty good day. I don't know, 10 out of 10. The waves are pumping, it's beautiful out, the wind is light. Yeah, it's really fun. You're getting to surf Tropo with no one out.
Now, I just watched you get up real quick and watch Ryan's last wave. Now, is this just coming purely as a surf fan? You want to watch somebody get barreled? Or is there also some research involved when you're watching the waves out there?
I think a little bit of both, but most of all, just a surf fan. I mean, the waves are gnarly right now when they come, and they're big, and it's exciting to see. And so, yeah, it's just fun to watch.
There's also a lot of talk about strategy when you're at beach breaks and stuff like that. It's strategy, to me, feels like the last thing on your mind out there. You just want to go out there and get barreled.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, there's a little strategy in it because it is pretty slow today. There's moments of like 20 minutes with no waves. So you kind of have to play that balance of getting the medium-sized ones and then waiting for sets. Oh my gosh. Yeah, so.
Oh, talk us through this wave.
I think Gabe has priority. No one went though. Yeah, it was kind of like, it looked like it was kind of a south one up further, so it didn't have a ton of wall on it. Probably a good call by him. Gabe knows which waves to get out here.
Yeah, if you could have your pick of who to surf against next, who would it be?
I don't know. Both guys have been killing it all event, and you know, yeah. Me and Gabe have had some good battles out here, so that'd be fun. But Ryan's also just been surfing so well.
All right, good luck, John, moving forward.